thank you for joining me. My name is Megan Wolf, and I'm the Children's Librarian at the Alhambra Civic Center Library. Today, I have some fun stories about Halloween for you. But before we get started, let's warm up our voices and sing our song. Are your hands ready to open? And then shut them. Here we go. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them. Creep them, crawl them. Right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open your mouth wide, but do not let them in. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them. Creep them, crawl them. Right up to your cheek, cheek, cheeks. Cover up your little eyes and through your fingers peek. Peekaboo! 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 Good job. Now we're ready for our first story. Our first story is called Apples and Pumpkins by Anne Rockwell. Pictures by Lizzie Rockwell. Apples and pumpkins. When red and yellow leaves are on the trees, we go to the Comstock farm to pick apples and pumpkins. Mr. Comstock gives us a bushel basket to put our apples in. Geese and chickens and a big fat turkey walk with us on our way to the orchard. That is where the apples grow. My father picks apples. My mother does too. I climb into a little apple tree and pick the reddest apple of all. When our basket is full of red and shiny apples, we go to the field where the pumpkins grow. I look and look until I find the best pumpkin of them all. My father cuts it from the vine. And I carry it back to the car. At home, we carve a jack-o'-lantern face on our big orange pumpkin. We put a candle inside and light it. Now our pumpkin looks scary and funny too. On Halloween night, we put our pumpkin on the doorstep. My mother gives away lots of our red and shiny apples for trick or treat. While I go trick-or-treating up and down our street. And that is the end. Pumpkin, pumpkin on the ground, how do you get so big and round? Once you were a seed so small, now you are a great big ball. Pumpkin, pumpkin on the ground, how do you get so big and round? Are you feeling a little spooky? Let's do a story called If You're Spooky and You Know It, by Ali Franis, illustrated by Janie Ho. If you're spooky and you know it, clap your hands. If you're spooky and you know it, clap your hands. If you're spooky and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're spooky and you know it, clap your hands. What else can we be? If you're sneaky and you know it, nod your head. If you're sneaky and you know it, nod your head. If you're sneaky and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're sneaky and you know it, nod your head. If you're wicked and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're wicked and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're wicked and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're wicked and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're naughty and you know it, snap your fingers. If you're naughty and you know it, snap your fingers. If you're naughty and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're naughty and you know it, snap your fingers. If you're hairy and you know it, jump up and down. If you're hairy and you know it, jump up and down. If you're hairy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're hairy and you know it, jump up and down. If you're creepy and you know it, honk your nose, beep, beep. If you're creepy and you know it, honk your nose, beep, beep. If you're creepy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're creepy and you know it, honk your nose, beep, beep. If you're frightful and you know it, dance around. If you're frightful and you know it, dance around. If you're frightful and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're frightful and you know it, dance around. Good job. The end. Let's do a story so we can count some pumpkins. Let's see how many pumpkins we have. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches in the air." The third one said, "Well, I don't care." The fourth one said, "Let's run, run, run." The fifth one said, "I'm ready for some fun." Then, whoo, went the wind and out went the light, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. The end. I have one more story for you, and it is called Good Night, Goon by Michael Rex. Good night, Goon. In the cold gray tomb, there was a gravestone and a black lagoon and a picture of Martians taking over the moon. And there were 3 little mummies rubbing their tummies. And 2 hairy claws, and a set of jaws, and a loud screechy bat, and a black hat. And a skull, and a shoe, and a pot full of goo, and a hairy old werewolf who was hollering, "Boo! Boo! Boo!" Good night, tomb. Good night, Goon. Good night, Martians taking over the moon. Good night, Bones and the Black Lagoon. Good night, mummies. Good night, tummies. Good night, claws. And good night, jaws. Good night, moans, and good night, groans. Good night, screechy bat, and good night, hat. Good night, skull, and good night, shoe. Good night, creature, and good night, goo. Good night to the old werewolf hollering, "Boo! Boo!" Good night, you. Get under there. Good night, monsters everywhere. And that is the end. Let's do some shaking. Do you have a shaker you can use? You can use anything that makes noise, a shaker or a rattle. You can make your one too at home. So if you want to make one, you can use a container, like a Tupperware, or this one I use 2 egg carton cups. So inside, there's some dried rice. You could use dried beans, dried lentils. Grown-ups, just make sure you tape shut whatever you're using so that when you shake it, it doesn't accidentally open and have pieces go everywhere, make a mess, or accidentally go into somebody's mouth. So let's use our shakers to shake out some of our sillies. Are you ready? I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out and wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out and wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out and wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out. Yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out. Yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out and wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out and wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out and wiggle my waggles away. And wiggle my waggles away. Good job. Well, I hope you enjoyed all of our Halloween stories, and I can't wait to see you all again next time. Let's sing our goodbye song before we go. Ready? Now it's time to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. We'll see you all next time. Happy Halloween! See you later, alligators! Bye!